All right, everybody, exciting episode of The Stretch coming up. We're going to talk some NBA. We're going to talk some NHL, Chief.
Yeah, a little bit.
Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Blackhawks.
It's a fun time of year.
Top 4 seed, our top 4 pick in the draft.
We're neutrals now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're big Blazers fans this week.
Yep.
A lot of Bear Stadium talk. I know you guys are thrilled for that. A bunch of good Cub stuff. So tune in. So I hope you guys enjoy today's show. You're obviously already tuning in. Before we get into it, though, want to talk about the movie Normal. Okay, you hear about Normal?
I have, yeah.
All right, so listen, from the creator of John Wick and Nobody comes a new movie, Normal, a double-barreled shotgun blast of pure mayhem from Sheriff Ulysses, played by Bob Odenkirk, a new job as temporary sheriff in the quaint town of Normal, Minnesota. It was meant to be a welcome respite from recent troubles, but when a botched bank robbery interrupts the peace, a dark secret is exposed, and Ulysses discovers that the town of Normal is anything but. Directed by Ben Wheatley and starring Bob Odenkirk, Henry Winkler, and Alina Headey. See it only in theaters starting April 17th. Chief, I want you to go to the theaters.
There's a few movies coming out. This is one of them that I need to see in the theaters.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Good. Go check it out. And, go check. I mean, Bob Odenkirk's the man. The man.
Yeah.
Southern Illinois, Carbondale. And on that note, I also want to tell you guys about Icon Pass. This is it, sports fans. With literally seconds on the clock, this is your last chance to score spring's lowest prices and seek unique with Icon Pass across more than 70 destinations next winter. From crunch time to tree line, early buyers get the best of it. This is the final countdown to claim spring access at select destinations for new pass holders, and a choice of renewal reward for returning pass holders, and the best price on your pass. Lock in your pass now with a payment plan from as low as $0 down and 0% APR, and explore new refundable product options. This is the final chance to claim your Icon Pass before prices go up and spring promotions end after April 16th. Buy your Icon Pass now at ikonpass.com. That's ikonpass.com. Go buy your Icon Pass. You're on the clock, all right? Buy it now, and you'll be happy when ski season rolls around. All right, everybody, welcome to The Stretch. We have Burns today filling in for White Sox Dave, who is hunting with Sydney Wells. Some stuff to get to today. The Cubs offense struggling, but they get it done yesterday. The Bears move feels like it's pretty imminent here in the next couple weeks, but we'll start with AK getting fired last week, like hours after we finished recording.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that was last week. Yeah.
Like hours after we finished.
Like you were calling for it, and it was like they listened.
We did the yak, and then it was like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it
right.
happened. Yes.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, my initial reaction, I know it's kind of old news now, but it was more crazy that they did the thing they're supposed to do, and it was like there was some mixed emotions in this office. I saw Mikey Betts, who I love, who maybe if he's here, we can have him come in and explain himself. He was celebrating. I think White Boy Rick was very happy. I didn't celebrate at all because I was like, this is still the same owners. Like,
Yes.
nothing is really going to change until things change. So were you a celebration
not
guy?
disagree?
Well,
Here's-
we got the stark reminder that it's the same ownership
Correct.
with that press
Correct.
conference.
24 hours later.
Yeah.
Were you a celebration guy,
That
Burns?
was
were you
my problem.
Were you like Chase
So-
Claypool? Bears get Chase Claypool?
All right. Let's relax here. No. Right when it happened, I came in here and Chief told me to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause I got to remember what this organization is. And yeah, the press conference, what really took it away from me is I don't think that Billy Donovan is that bad of a coach. I think that he's.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But if you're going to clean the front office, you clean the whole house.
Well, it's just they're treating Billy Donovan like he's the greatest coach of all time.
Exactly,
Right.
and he's
Greatest
done
basketball
nothing.
mind. Right. I celebrated when Gar and Pax when that was over because that was like, oh, now they get a shot. Now Michael gets a shot at it, right?
Yeah.
He got a shot at it and it sucks, so it's gonna still suck.
Yeah, and to be fair, like AK was the top of the totem pole. He was the number one guy in that.
I felt good about
In that hiring cycle, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah, well, you find Jokic and you can get any job you want.
correct.
That's
So,
what happened.
like, to foresee that he would have pretty much all shit moves for 5 years or however long it was.
Yeah.
Basically.
You know?
I mean, it all really started when this team that we had, I mean, when we were first in the East for a while, that was a great time.
For like 2.5
Yeah.
months.
It was until like maybe Christmas.
Yeah.
But once you saw that this, I mean, we all saw what I'd say 2 years ago that, yeah, this isn't going to work out whatsoever. You should have blown it all up then.
Yeah, you should have
waited
tanked.
way too long.
They waited. They should have fired him last year so that this year you could have actually tanked when you have a loaded draft. They tanked halfway through the year. They get with the 9th best odds. It's so stupid. It's so backwards.
It's ridiculous.
I was excited from the standpoint of finally knowing that they weren't Teflon because Garpax was so Teflon for so long.
Yeah.
You
Who,
know?
I mean, Pax still is.
He is, yes.
still there.
Has a job.
Still there, correct.
He's in charge of hiring the next GM.
Yeah,
it
it's
sounds
always
like.
so
God.
funny when
It's
his
so
name
bad.
gets mentioned. I'm like, oh yeah, he's still there.
He's still
yeah.
there, yeah.
He's Kenny Williams.
So it was like a under the table fist pump. Like, all right, like
Yeah,
at
it was-
least there's some movement.
Better than nothing, but it's
It was the analogy I kept using was it was like a 5-year-old doing what they're supposed to do, and like you're supposed to give them a sticker, but it's like, yeah, you should put on your shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should do like this is a very bare minimum thing.
They
did
wiped
the
their own
bare-
ass.
Yeah, they did the bare minimum thing. So sticker, but nothing else.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And then that turned into the Arthur fist once
Yeah.
Michael Reinsdorf opened his fucking mouth. Like that was absolutely terrible.
It was so bad.
So bad.
Just from seeing all the clips.
You were
and everything.
mad.
Yeah, because he looked like a buffoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he
He
is.
looked like a
Yeah.
buffoon.
No offense, but he might be.
I know, but for some reason, I don't know if it's because we want to have the rose-colored glasses on because we want to believe in something that, like, hey, like he's not going to be like his old man. I think he's going to be just the fucking same
Yeah.
guy.
I
Probably.
mean, it's Nepo baby type shit. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean,
He gets in there. I mean, he gets gifted an NBA franchise in front of him, and they're just running this team into the ground. And they might get lucky in this next week. They might get lucky and they might get blessed. But still, at the end of the day, it's going to be the same old product. And they don't care because they'll still sell the seats based on nostalgia. Everybody loves the Bulls.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty nuts to have the third biggest city in the whatever the third or fourth most valuable franchise in the NBA be pretty much irrelevant for the last 7 years or whatever. Like, yeah, pretty
Probably
much.
longer
Yeah,
than that.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
longer than that.
Since Rondo broke his thumb in
Yeah.
the playoff series.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my
was that
gosh.
17?
Something like
Somewhere
that.
around
Yeah,
18,
yeah.
yeah.
Remember the three alphas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at least there was a reason to pay attention to that team.
Yeah.
Don't give me the first half of what was that?
Isn't it
20?
bad that that's what we look back on as good?
I know, and that was like objectively
Wash
not,
down Rondo.
not a great era. We were
No.
rooting on an 8 seed that almost took down a 1 seed.
He was playing great ball.
He was.
great
Yeah.
ball.
He
But
was.
and I tweeted this morning. I truly am excited to watch the Trailblazers tomorrow. This is the first time
Yeah, 'cause-
that I've been excited for an NBA game in years because the Bulls have had nothing to be exciting about. And I think part of it is tied into how much I really like a lot of the college basketball prospects this year. Like
Yeah.
the thought of getting a London Borg or a Sturts at 16 or 17 is exciting.
Yeah. There's a lot of really good players. I hope we get some lottery luck. What do we have? 20% chance to be in the top 4.
Uh-huh.
20% and then 4.5 for number one.
And then what is it? Where's the Trailblazers? Where they're
15 right now.
Yeah, so it'll be 15.
We
to
just need them
18.
to make the playoffs.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So if they beat Phoenix, they're in.
And then if they don't, I mean, we know very well the play-in, like how it works. So we're
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Chicago, Atlanta, Miami Invitational.
Yeah, I'm so happy we're not in the play-in again this year.
Yeah.
So happy. I was like, Max is going through it because the Sixers are in the play-in, and he was, we were trying to rile him up, and he's like, you said every year the play-in's stupid. I'm like, you're right. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks. It's the fucking
miserable.
It's just trying to win a game to then go get slaughtered.
Yeah, but now we still can't avoid it. Like now
Yeah.
I'm still watching
Yeah.
it.
True.
They got us again.
It's still unavoidable. So
But now we're watching it for a good thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, if we made the playoffs before, who cares? Because we would have probably just got smoked in round one anyways. But this is what matters.
for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, we get 5 and like 16 here. We get Acuff.
Yeah.
Come on,
It'd
dude.
be awesome.
Like then you're gonna fill the hope back
I mean,
up.
Acuff would be
Yeah.
the best. I might buy season tickets if it was Acuff. Being honest.
But that's what's gonna get people excited again. That's why I'm actually really excited for this Portland game
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you get a good mid
But
round.
then what if instead we get like 9 or 10 and no Portland pick?
No assing.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, we're used to that. That's
Yeah.
normally what it is.
yeah.
So-
But even if but that's why the Portland pick's so exciting because even if you do get 9, you get like a Burries, you could talk yourself into that.
Mm-hmm.
There is reason to watch the team when you pair those guys with Modest and Giddey.
Who I think everything should be on the table with this team. I like Modest. I don't know if he's like the future guy. I've never been a big Giddey guy. I think whoever takes over this job should fucking strip it down even further if they have to. Like, no one should be safe. No asset. Like, just get as many picks as possible and do it the right way.
No,
I
agree.
know it's going to suck for a couple more years, but it can't be – it's way worse being in the play-in every year. That is the worst, like, place you could be for an NBA franchise. So do it the right way. Tank, get – and what's going to suck, what's going to be so classic Bulls is Adam Silver's going to fix the tanking thing right as the
Yeah, I know.
Gosh,
yeah.
the tank.
Gonna flatten it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely the problem with the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Is tanking.
Yeah.
That's one of them. There's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And then the playoffs in general start. What's your guys' interest level going into the playoffs? It's just like an NBA fan.
The first round's tough because there's a lot of teams that are just kind of going to be overwhelmed. I think like the Knicks Hawks will be a good series. I think maybe the Nuggets Timberwolves will be a good series.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Lakers Rockets will be intriguing.
Yeah,
to
without
some degree.
Luka though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the second round, like if it's Nuggets Spurs, that's going to be incredible. If it's Knicks Celtics, that will be fun. Just the bad blood there. So yeah, I like the NBA playoffs. I still like watching the NBA playoffs. The regular season has kind of taken a little bit away, where it just became so bad and so unwatchable. Did you guys see the all-time tank off on Friday night? The Grizzlies and Jazz.
No.
Oh my God, it was incredible. The Grizzlies started. The Grizzlies played 6 guys total, and they 5 out of 6 were undrafted or second rounders. Like
Jesus.
it was, I think it was 4 guys that were on 10-day contracts. Their only first round pick was Derek Whitehead, who he scored 16 points in the first 14 minutes of the game. And it was like a 3-point game, and the Grizzlies just benched him until it became a 50-point game. They didn't bring him back into the fourth quarter. And there was the first time in NBA history that there were 3 triple-doubles. 3 guys had triple-doubles because both teams didn't play anyone on the bench. They just played, like every guy just played every minute.
A lot of minutes.
And then the Grizzlies had, I think, they had one guy had a quadruple-double. He had 10 turnovers as well. He played 48 minutes. He had a triple-double, and he was a minus 46. It was crazy.
And
Both
who won,
teams
the Grizzlies?
The Jazz won by like 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good. The fucking Jazz
That's
pissed
crazy.
me off.
Yeah.
I did see the Magic Celtics game, which was absurd.
Yeah.
They went from being like confirmed out of the play-in, and then they lost to a team that didn't play any of their starters.
Yeah.
That was the Magic are a disaster.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so let's talk NBA.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch on the Hawks confirmed a top 4 pick with their
that's good.
losing?
Yeah.
Year 7 of the forever rebuild.
I really am. I do think this is going to be the last year of the rebuild.
I feel like you've said that every year.
No.
I mean, I hope you're right.
No, because now it's like all the guys that have been high picks are kind of be here. So like Frondell's here now. Kantarov's coming over in the summer. He was the leading scorer in the KHL. He was a 2nd-round pick. He's supposed to be a stud. Bedard, obviously, Nazar, all the defensemen. So I think this will be their last year of picking in the top 5.
Okay.
And I also think they're going to be bold this summer.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So
How bold are we talking? Some
Brady
of the names.
Tkachuk?
Yeah.
Like, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That would be
I like
beautiful.
him specifically.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be. They have so many. Like they have 3 second-round picks this year. They have a top 4 pick. They have 3 number 1s next year. They have the number 1 ranked prospect pool. They have more cap space than anybody. The team, they sucked again, but they missed Bedard for 12 games. They missed Nazar for 15 games. And when those guys were kind of rolling, they were in around the wild card spot. And then that was the season. Was that like, I don't know, 6 weeks in the middle of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So you get those guys back. Even with all of that, they still improved in the standings by like 12 points. And they had like 19 overtime losses. So it's like as some of those things kind of, balance themselves out and they get a little, have some better luck with health. And then they get a full year of Frondell and all these, all the defensemen are going to be year 2 or year 3. Like they should be taking a significant step next year, even without a major acquisition, which I do think that they're really going to push to do.
All right.
So I think the Hawks, I'm actually like happy with the Hawks for the first time in, I don't know.
This is the
11
most
years.
positivity we've had about Madison Street in like a long time.
Yeah.
It is. It's
And
like,
they let off.
I'm
the
not
show,
positive
like-
about.
Yeah,
not positive,
There's
but
no positivity about the Bulls.
but I want to be hopeful. I'm putting in
Yeah,
myself to like I'm paying attention.
But something different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something different's going to happen.
Yes.
But it could be worse. Whenever they do something different, it always could be worse.
Yeah.
I can't even think of something worse for the Bulls though.
I mean, it could be worse. I don't know.
Than staying where they are.
it's
Like
pretty hard.
Make Billy Donovan GM and head coach.
Yeah. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, like the Blazers lose and then we get 13.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like get the 10th pick and nothing else.
Yeah.
That's worst case.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. All right. Well,
those are good. Yeah, it's positivity.
yeah. NHL playoffs coming soon.
Yeah, I can't wait for
Excited
that.
for that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk. I like to just bet series. So
Yeah, but that's like it's like the NHL and the NBA are the opposite, where it's like the first round of the NHL is always
Awesome.
Although
awesome.
I hate the playoff setup. Do
What-
you
what
do
do
you
you
hate
mean?
the playoff setup?
Oh, with the wild card.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
stupid.
No,
In the West, the second and third best teams in the West are playing in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
so dumb.
bad.
and I've always been on the like alone on the other side of that argument because it's like in theory I want to have Boston and Montreal.
Yeah, no, I get the rivalry part, but it just makes no sense to have the second and third best team.
It also like they've been doing it for I don't know a decade now this way. And it just hasn't like materialized.
Right.
So it's like eventually it's like you want to have these like playoff feuds like when the Hawks and Canucks were playing each other every year, like that was awesome. Red Wings Avalanche. We just
stop
haven't
it.
haven't seen it. So
Yeah.
like having the Minnesota Wild be out in the first round is gonna suck. So
It's so stupid.
it's dumb. So I have been alone arguing that this is a good format forever. I just can't do it anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also like it made sense when you had uneven divisions where you had like there was one division with 7 teams. Now you have 4 divisions of 8. If you're gonna do it, like just don't even have the wild card at all.
Yeah.
It's like if, I could be talked into divisional playoffs, like 4 mini conferences. But at this point, if you're doing East and West and you're doing these stupid wild cards, just do it 1 through 8 like they used to.
Yeah.
So I've changed my mind on that.
And 1 through 8 was, I mean, it wasn't bad. There was always a chance like the 8 could beat the 1
Yep.
and shit like that.
And the Hawks Canucks rivalry, they didn't have this playoff format back
Right.
then. So that just kind of happened organically. So I think it could and would again. It was a nice idea that just hasn't worked.
Yeah.
How many teams do you think can actually win the cup? Do you have like a list? Do you have a future?
They don't.
No. I think Colorado, obviously. I think Minnesota could do it.
They have to play the Stars first period.
I think
first
the
round.
Stars could do it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem. Like 3 of the teams
Yeah.
in the West that could win it
Yeah.
are going to just have to play each other.
It makes it hard for gambling.
Yeah.
For sure. And then I think the East is pretty wide open. Tampa Bay is probably going to be the odds-on favorite, but like Buffalo and Montreal are so fun to watch. Carolina is probably,
Ugh.
I
but
asked
it's
this,
like every year with them.
Every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
I saw a guy's list. His name's Sam Block, and he had 5 teams that could win it:
What was the list?
Avs, Canes, Stars, Bolts, Canadians.
Dude, I might throw the Sabres in there too. I know they're like young and they haven't
wagon.
been in.
They're the Hurricanes.
Wagon.
So annoying.
They are. And they play this system that
Yeah.
is awesome for the regular season, and then you get in the series and they just don't have it. And they also just don't have like the star firepower up front that you need. So I don't know. It's going to be great. I think I am kind of bandwagon in the Sabres though. Like they're such
Hard
a
not to.
Isn't everybody? I mean,
yeah. Like it's been 13 years
yeah.
since
it's
they
been-
made the playoffs, and like they're actually like a really good, fun young team. They built the whole team through the draft, so it's like, could we do that? Could we do something like this?
Yeah.
And
We're getting close.
yeah, so it's they're fun. So I'm excited to watch the playoffs. If we get Buffalo against Montreal in the first round, like I will not miss a second of that.
That'd be nice.
It'll be locked in.
Be nice. Hey, let's take a quick break because I want to talk about Fast Growing Trees. Did you know that Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery with thousands of trees and plants for over 2 million happy customers? They have all the plants your yard or home needs, including fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubs, and houseplants, all grown with care and guaranteed to arrive healthy. Whatever you're looking for, Fast Growing Trees helps you find options that actually work for your climate, space, and lifestyle. It's awesome. I ordered a Japanese maple tree. I just had a box show up at my door.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was great.
Plant that in the backyard.
Yeah, like I don't in my brain, I'm like, I need seeds if I want a tree. I didn't know I
not
could.
this.
Yes, I didn't know I could
You
just
skip like the first 3 years of development.
exactly. So you don't need a big yard or a lot of space. You can grow a lemon, avocado, olive, or fig trees indoors, along with a wide variety of houseplants, all grown with care and hand selected to thrive in your home. Right now, they have a great deal on spring planting essentials, up to half off on select plants, and listeners to our show get 20% off their first purchase when using code STRETCH at checkout. That's an additional 20% off better plants and better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code STRETCH at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com's code STRETCH. Now's the perfect time to plant. Let's grow together. Use STRETCH to save money today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. Get in on that deal before it expires. DraftKings, the NBA playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, boosts every game day the whole postseason. When the lights get brightest, the best players in the world show you exactly who they are. Playoff stars turn it up round by round, and DraftKings turns it up too, with a profit boost available for every single game day from the first round all the way to the finals. New sportsbook customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use code StretchPod so you're ready for the moment. That's code StretchPod. Turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Okay, Bears. I know like we're beyond tired about talking stadium news. He had an interesting conspiracy theory that.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
I have zero sources on this whatsoever.
Don't let that stop you.
I do want to make this almost a 90% chance guarantee that we are going to find out the Bears Stadium location about an hour before night one of the NFL draft. They're going to do it again.
I'm getting nervous, by the way, that it's going to be Hammond. I've been talking.
I think it's going to be Hammond.
I've been talking tough that it's never going to happen, and then now I'm like, whoops.
But the thing is, Kevin Warren at the end of the day and George McCaskey, I love them or hate them, they're not that dumb, and they know how to do one thing, and they know how to get press and get people talking.
Oh, I would totally.
I don't agree
with
with
what you're
that.
saying right now.
I think that they know how to get press about this and get people talking.
I think they are dumb, and I think
what they do at the owners' meeting. They had no new updates, nothing. What was the main headline going out of there? The Bears' new stadium update. They had Schefter talking about it. They had everybody on this when there was no update whatsoever. And what did they do at the beginning of the year, right before we kicked off against Minnesota? They brought out another one of those letters.
Yeah, but
I find that
the
as
benefit?
dumb.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb too. I'm
dumb.
not rooting for it.
No,
but I
think
totally
Kevin
see
Warren,
it happening.
I think Kevin Warren is a guy who just he wants to make the appearance of like competence and doing something, and so he will just pick times where it's like, hey, when shouldn't you talk about this new stadium?
Exactly.
And he's like, oh, I'll talk about it, but that's not like a genius move by him.
No, it's not. I'm not
He literally
supporting
is
it.
trying to remind people he's doing a job. Not very well, but like, hey, guys, right before the season starts. Oh yeah, remember, I'm still here. I'm going to do this.
Yes.
I swear to God, I'm going to get this done.
And that's exactly what he does. And
yeah.
he knows how to find the press.
So I agree with everything you're saying, except for the fact that they're smart and it's a
they're not
move.
smart, but
It's
they're
actually a
smart
dumb
in
move
that
to do
sense.
Right before, yeah.
They're smart in that sense where they know how to get people talking about it. And especially with us not having a top 15, top 20 pick for the first time in forever. I mean, the press around the Bears in the draft has been so dead when it's usually just not. They're going to do it then, and then that's what everybody's going to be talking about is the Bears Stadium news. Once again.
Do you think it's going to be Indiana?
But I don't think that – I know Kevin Warren gave that interview or whatever, but I thought the big headline coming out of that was Goodell was like, they got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's like dad's coming down being like, enough of this shit. Like, figure out your
I mean, it's
stadium.
been what? When did we buy the Arlington Heights land? It was 2021?
I don't even know if we were full-time when they bought that.
So long.
That was so long ago.
Yeah. I want to say it was 2021 or late 2020 when they bought it.
Yeah.
We've been at this for 5 years, going back and forth. And, I will give a benefit of the doubt to Kevin Warren just a little bit that the Illinois government, I mean, it's so hard to work with them on this, and they haven't been a good helper whatsoever. And I do think it's going to end up being Hammond at the end of the day at this point.
It's crazy.
It's brutal. It really is. And go ahead.
I don't know. I think at some point, I think George really has to look in the mirror because this is like
It's like a legacy move.
yes,
Yeah.
big
This is.
time. Like he's gonna like. I think you really have to have a conversation with yourself in 50 years. You're going to be remembered as a guy who moved the team to Hammond.
Yeah. He was also, there was reports that he was pissed when the Indiana news came out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he just is like, at the end of the day, like he can just stop all of that and be like, we're just figure out Arlington.
And I still can't understand, because I get it. The Bears want to make this, shopping megaplex whole thing. No one's going to Hammond for that. That's the part that I don't understand. And yes, from Chicago to Hammond, it's not that far. It's, whatever. I mean, you did the drive. Was 30 minutes?
It was like 30 minutes.
Yeah. But that just discounts all the people who live in, the northwest suburbs, the north suburbs.
And that's the problem.
And there's a lot of money there. And it's like, why would you're basically, no one's going to go down to Hammond on a Saturday afternoon in the off season.
I saw a stat, I think it was, that over 50% of Bears season ticket holders are from the northern Chicagoland suburbs, which makes perfect sense. And Arlington Heights would just be so perfect.
Right. And I think it just, in terms of like concerts and all that stuff, it's going to be the place where people will actually go.
100%.
Hammond just doesn't seem like that to me.
No. From when I went there and went around the town, I mean, it's a hardworking, great town, whatever. It is not the place for an NFL franchise.
Right.
Whatsoever. Like Arlington Heights, on the other hand, you already had the racetrack there.
Yeah.
And there were crowds who would go to the racetrack all the time. It was always a poppin' place.
I love the track.
And putting the stadium there, building a casino hotel on property, building the whole center that they want to build. They talked about a Chicago Sports Museum as well, which I think would kick ass. And it's kind of a shame that we don't really have one already, or something with all the Bears history and everything. There's no better place for that than Arlington Heights, and they just need to get this figured out and be done with it. Put a shovel in the ground.
I get that they want it for money purposes, but I can't tell you how little I give a fuck about them putting an 18-floor Bar Louie in. And I don't give a fuck about this village.
But that's all they care about.
I know. Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
That's how they're going to make the money. But that's where it doesn't make sense that Hammond doesn't make sense to me. I get Hammond is cheaper in terms of taxes and all this stuff, but in terms of like what you're going to make money off of in terms of selling real estate leases to a bunch of commercial places, to a bunch of bars, to a bunch of restaurants, I don't get it.
I know.
It's so weird.
I mean, it's going to look exactly kind of like the Clark Street redevelopment, right?
Yeah.
Like with the Smoke Daddy and the whatever. Like that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is great for those businesses. I'm not
they all
that. But I just don't know how much people really care about that.
Yeah.
I get that they do, but
I mean, people do, like, think about in like the little setup where there's the Joe's on Weed up north in
Rosemont.
Mm-hmm.
Like people go to that.
Yeah.
That's a thing that people do on the weekends, and there's concerts, there's live music. They will get a bunch of people. If they do Arlington Heights, there will be a lot of people who
for sure.
Go.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, it wouldn't just be the Bears then. Concerts, everything over the summer.
Yeah.
All of that. I mean, that will be... It's also just shocking to me that Chicago, the third largest city in the U.S., that we don't have that mega stadium here like everybody else does. I mean, Soldier Field, it does its job a little bit, but Soldier Field is just such a shithole.
I wish we would stay there, though, at this point.
I'm so 50-50 on Soldier Field. It sucks so much, but then you go in there, like in the playoffs this year against Green Bay, and it's cold outside, and the vibe was just there.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
And like, I also don't give a shit about a Super Bowl or a Final Four.
No.
You'll have that, once every 30 years?
I mean, you only get one Super Bowl. You're not going to get it twice.
Yeah.
So who cares?
Chicago would be rocking, though. It would be a good time out here.
I understand Friends of the Parks, they can't do anything on the lakefront, but like, why? The city, they could just sign it over to them, right?
That's what I always say.
But the city never will sell it to them. They make so much money off of the Bears playing at Soldier Field and them paying a lease to play there.
Yeah, but if the alternative is them leaving completely, and not get any of that tourism, like that's...
They could. Yeah, no, they're going to lose out on a lot of money. B is also now the other tenant there, the Chicago Fire, they're gone. If the Bears build this new stadium, all the concerts, everything else, that's all going to be at the Bears' new stadium. Nobody's going to play Soldier Field.
Just hand it over.
It's going to sit there and it's just going to rot.
It's too late, but I agree. They should have figured that out a long time ago.
Even if like they don't hand over the parking lots because they don't trust that they won't build shit with them, whatever, just give them the stadium. Just give them that.
Yeah.
Other things, little concerned. Well, I guess is anyone concerned that Caleb was with the Kardashians?
I think that was so funny. Oh my gosh. It's just the Kardashian curse is a real thing. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
I started watching the Lamar Odom Netflix thing. Yeah. It's just like, holy shit. like keep my quarterback away from
Why? What was the?
Well, it's just like it's like a tragic story. Like Lamar was like beyond he lost a child. His mom died when he was 10. Like he had like a hard life that I just didn't know about. But then it felt like it went into like super hyperdrive when he started doing like he had his own spin-off reality show with her, and it was just, I don't know, nightmare. Yeah. So
that's one of two curses we might have with him, because apparently the rumor on the street is that Caleb Williams is probably going to be the cover of Madden this year. So we got the Madden curse and the Kardashian curse coming for the Bears.
Has the Madden curse been squashed though? I feel like
I think they squashed it
last year. It was Saquon.
Didn't they do like 5 different covers?
Well, no, Saquon was last year, right?
What they did do it one year. What year was that? I haven't played Madden forever.
Yeah, like I know, and also, is there a cover anymore for a game you don't physically buy anymore?
It's just the logo it's the logo on the screen. That's
all it is. It's not like it's sitting on a fucking DVD rack with a bunch of other,
Which at the same time, it is cool. It would be very cool to see just a Bears player in general on there, seeing this team get national recognition after so long of just nothing.
Yeah, who's the last Bear that's been on a cover? Was it Urlacher? Was he ever on a game?
No, I don't. I don't think that we've ever had one on a Madden.
No?
I'm looking.
No, I know, because where did it go? Eddie George, I think Ray Lewis.
Garza was on the Spanish version.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
That's what we got. That's what we got.
All right, so Saquon was last year. He actually did have a down year.
Yes.
Being honest. McCaffrey was the year before. He had a good year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Josh Allen the year before, he had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mahomes actually broke it.
Oh.
Broke the curse.
He won a Super Bowl after being on the cutting.
Okay, great.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so we're good.
That's good.
We're good.
It's gone.
Yeah, and I think I'm looking right now. I feel like Lamar Jackson won an MVP after being on it. So yeah, we're fine.
Okay. All right. Full support.
That had a run though. Remember,
It did,
Mike
yeah.
Vick broke his leg.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was brutal it was at least going for like 10 years, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news.
It was really rough.
Yeah.
Also, there was like a Cohen Carr report. Did you guys see that?
Was that real?
It
don't
was
know.
from DraftKings, so I assume it was real. But the thing is, and what a lot of Bears fans don't know too, is that he has another year at MSU. This isn't a this offseason thing. This is next year. But I honestly wouldn't be shocked. It's not that much out of the norm. It's happened before. I mean,
He is a freak athlete.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he has a 52-inch vertical, I think it was.
Yeah.
You throw a ball in the corner to him in the end zone, he could jump over anybody.
Yeah.
But is that like Ben Johnson from when he was in Detroit? Like he made some like Michigan State.
I don't
friends?
know. That was
This is
weird.
definitely just Ben Johnson being bored, and he was watching March Madness, and he's like, "Oh, that's something."
What can we do with that guy?
Yeah.
Can we take a flyer on a basketball player in the 7th round?
He's such a nerd in the best way possible. Ben is such a nerd, and I love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I don't know if anyone. I saw Anzalone did a podcast. He said the Lions were surprised that he took the Bears job. They said they knew he was going to leave, but they were surprised it was for the Bears,
Just in division.
which I found interesting.
I mean, he loved Caleb, and he really voiced that when he first got here. And if we did the right thing and we fired Eberflus the year before, I don't think that Ben was going to go back to Detroit and he was going to come here right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was apparently a rumor, too, that he wanted to come here from the beginning.
Well, I also think if we go back and play, the reason why we thought Ben Johnson wasn't going to get hired by the Bears was we thought they weren't going to pay the money.
Yeah.
They paid the money.
Yes.
The money talks.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, there were the questions of his relationship with Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
Is he a fan of him?
But money, I mean, that's the thing is like $13 million will change anyone's mind.
Yeah.
It'll make you
that's
be like,
immediate.
okay, you know what? This is a pretty good idea.
And as much as things have seemed to change a little bit after Virginia died, they were still never going down that Harbaugh route.
No.
That's just not a guy.
No.
that would ever drive in the building.
Too much bad blood between him and Kevin. They could pay him whatever.
Going back to the stadium thing, I think back to those Hard Knock clips about how they forced him in there to talk about the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
And I get
When he was
Holstery.
picking out tabletops.
Yeah.
heights.
dude, yes.
Like I said, he's
He's great at
doing
finding the
fake
press.
business.
Yeah,
He's doing
but
fake
Exactly.
Like, that
he's
was
great at
like-
finding press. That's what he does.
It's like what should be
So mad.
what should be
He
the
sucks.
tables for this AI stadium that rendering that we're doing? It's like, who fucking cares?
He's just a guy who just like everyone has or maybe not everyone, but a lot of people, I would say, can relate to having a job where you have to kind of bullshit your way and be like, I'm not really doing everything I should be doing, but I got to look like I'm doing it. I'm not talking about anyone here. I'm literally saying like real jobs.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, real jobs. That's all Kevin Warren's doing. He's just showing up to work every day and just opening up like an empty Excel spreadsheet, and clicking around.
Kramer,
in case
he's got Ritz crackers in his briefcase.
If someone walks by the office, he's like, "Yep, just looking at the tabletops again."
And what he did is instead the funniest thing to me by far is when he was first hired here. It was a big emphasis that he's not involved with football conversations.
Yeah.
And I think it lasted maybe a year, and then they came out and said, "Yeah, Kevin Warren is involved now on the football side of things, not just the business."
I do think that once the stadium gets decided, he'll probably be done. So
Move on.
I wouldn't be
I
sure.
mean,
Just
everywhere
decided?
he's gone, he's been there for like 4
Yeah,
months.
he's got a shelf
But
life.
where does he? What next step does he take from here? I mean,
matters.
Big Ten commish.
Well,
Went
he
to-
already
already
was.
did that.
yeah. Then he went to Minnesota. Now here. I don't know. But if the Bears, knock on wood, keep winning like they are,
He's
then
probably gonna
he'll stay.
do like I don't know, probably like do Olympics or fucking World Cup
Yeah.
or some
Oh
bullshit.
yeah, true. All right.
Could see
You know.
that. Could see that.
It's just like we toured the Northwestern Stadium, and obviously but that just like those guys were like, we want to get this done. This is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
They put their money where their mouth is, and now Northwestern's opening a stadium in October that looks spectacular.
It looks beautiful.
Because they have like the money and the leadership to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
It's different with an NFL team. I know it's different, state, local governments, all that. But just like having the right people in charge just makes such a big difference, and it just feels like the Bears are never going to get that right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In general, Northwestern, they got a nice little, especially with this football stadium being done, they got a nice little stadium district over there that they got going on.
Yeah.
Their basketball stadium is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got it going.
No, this football stadium's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Kraken, the official crypto platform of Barstool Sports, and the only investing platform we go to in big moments. Baseball fans get it. It's a long game. You don't win in one inning, and you don't lose everything on one bad play. Investing is the same. You just need to stay consistent. And Kraken makes it easy. It's not just crypto either. Stocks and ETFs too, all in one place. Over 13 million people trust it because it's reliable when things matter. Here's the lineup. 350 plus cryptos a trade, 11,000 plus equities, including stocks and ETFs. Recurring buys so you don't have to think about it. Rewards for holding certain assets. Geo restrictions apply on that. Up to $200 when friends sign up. Terms and conditions apply on that as well. Play the long game. Kraken's giving you $25 in Bitcoin. New users go to kraken.com/barstool. Use code barstool25 when you sign up. Deposit and trade $100. Boom, $25 in Bitcoin. Done. Go check out Kraken. And then last Bears talking point is Dexter Lawrence requested a trade. Obviously, most likely posturing here to get more money, but rumored to be possibly just a first rounder, maybe just a second rounder.
Are you giving up 25 for him?
I mean, I think he's awesome. I think he's
do too.
exactly what the Bears need.
Yeah.
He's 28, turns 29 in November. I think he's going to be in his prime for 3 more years.
I'd probably give up 25 for him.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think now's the time.
Yeah, if your goal in the draft this year is to fix the defensive line, and that's what you're going to do with your, at least 3 or 4 picks, use one of them to fix the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, also at the end of the day, you do have 2 second rounders. You trade away the one that we got from Buffalo and then a later pick next year, and we're really in business. If we can pull that off and keep 25, that would be ridiculous.
Which I think is possible.
Yeah. I saw some like rumor pages and stuff talking, but I do think that Poles has at least shot a phone call over there asking what the real price is and everything about him. And if he is gonna get traded, it's gonna be a draft night trade. It's not gonna be, if we go past the draft, then I'm just killing all Dexter Lawrence rumors all there. It's dead.
Yeah. Because it's still, I mean, I still remain like shocked every day I wake up and we're like, how have we not addressed the front 4?
It's crazy. But also at the same time, I think that one of the big reasons for that is there were reports that came out and everything that Ryan Poles and the Bears front office are incredibly high on Austin Booker. They think that he's going to be Superman.
I hope that's not the whole plan.
I know. I mean, I'm right there.
I like him. He's a good player, but it's like they need more than just him taking a step.
Yeah, I still have been in like I'm not giving Ryan Poles a grade until after the draft because it's just very clear that that's been the plan. Like we didn't, the free agency we weren't going crazy on, and we have, the draft capital, I think that's the plan. It's like they're going to just try to hammer the draft. And with Ben Johnson in the room, I mean, last year's draft went very well. Look at what we got. We got impact rookies. So maybe that's the plan again. It's like, hey, if you can get some guys that are impact rookies, it's going to look a lot different.
Yeah.
Man.
The other part of that is like now the secondary needs a lot of work too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you got Kobe Bryant, you got Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon. We lost a decent amount of pieces. Safety's like one of
the depth is bad, but I think the starters are really
those
good.
three, but all three of those guys
Yeah.
have injury issues, as Kobe Bryant aside.
You get to see what Za Frazier has this year. He's going to be back.
Will we?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, but even still, what was he, a fourth?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
But like it was like a weird, vague, like we don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
He had some personal
I
issues.
just with the
something like
secondary
that.
specifically, I'm feeling okay because I thought with the way that a lot of those guys left, they left on 1-year deals that we could have afforded, but we're like, no, we want our guys.
Upgrade.
We want
Yeah.
Dennis Allen's guys. So I think that was a very deliberate move. That was none of the secondary moves was I like, oh man, like Kevin Byard just got, I mean, he's older, like, but like none of these guys got huge deals where I was like, oh, well, I can't believe we can't compete. They all got like nothing deals.
Byard's the only one that we tried to keep.
Right.
But
Max.
Didn't even try that hard though.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
but I will maintain that while everything is good with the Bears right now, I do not believe they deserve the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the defense yet.
No.
They have not proven.
Yeah. I actually think that's what they're going to – if they stick at 25, I think they're taking a safety.
Oh, the defense. I
Toledo guy.
Need the help on the defensive line.
defense
That
played
is-
so well down the street.
They did.
I know.
They did.
And that was when we finally got Kyler back and Jalen. Like, I don't know. I go back and forth because obviously the defensive line is the major concern, and it was never good last year, and it was a bad plan going into the year. But I just keep going back to the fact that like once Jalen and Kyler came back, like that defense, that secondary, like the Rams game, like they just played a lot better and they were more aggressive, and I don't know.
I think that
And Jalen wasn't even close to himself.
No.
Like he even said it
Yeah, he
himself.
said that.
he cannot have his now yearly training camp zinger every year where he's just in and out for the rest of the season. It just cannot happen this year with how just not deep the secondary is.
Yeah.
Like Nashawn Wright he made good plays. He's horrible.
I didn't want to.
No, he's horrible.
Absolutely.
It's either a touchdown or a pick.
And
Yeah.
CD Deuce, like he was nice, but it's like he's at the tail end of his career. Like that's not a guy that you were gonna keep, right?
No.
Right.
No.
And what was Turner's injury again? ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he should be back, but
What about the offensive side of the ball? I'm perfectly content going forward. I see people talking about us going and getting Tyreek Hill, and I'm like, I don't even want to touch
No,
that.
I think we'll probably try to get another wide receiver in like the later rounds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sure.
yeah, for sure. I don't think.
I feel like people are sleeping on left tackle too. Like that was
that's such a weird spot, though. I mean, you paid Braxton Jones $10 million.
Did Taylor Decker ever sign anywhere?
No. And
Well, we got
apparently
the-
Ben Johnson's taled with him, too.
Yeah.
So
I think they're gonna roll in with Braxton, Benedict, and then we signed that guy from the Browns. Blanking on his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was a former top 10 pick, I believe.
Which means you're dog shit.
Which means you're dog shit, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I fall for it every time.
Coach him up.
Whenever there's a former first round pick, that's dog shit.
who knows?
Yeah.
What if Braxton Jones a new man? He's a paid man. What if he's a new man? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost his job last year to two rookies that didn't even want to play.
And we just paid him $10 million.
Yeah,
Jedrick Wills Jr.
that's right.
10th overall pick out of Alabama.
Dog shit.
Bad.
Hopefully he works out. And I'm the biggest bullet. Like that would be my entire strategy as GM. That's why I never give up on Kevin White. Like if you were a first rounder, that means you had first round talent at some point. It's somewhere in there. But if you're getting traded, when did you get drafted? 4 years ago.
He got drafted in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stan Bowman used to do
That's
that all
tough.
the time too.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. I mean
Big cat.
that's what AK just got fired for.
Yeah.
26 years old.
He's 26 years old. Wow.
Also,
This could be when he's
some untapped potential there.
Yeah.
Turned 27 in May.
Yeah, he's,
But-
he's in his
Could be
prime.
it.
But that's like back to what I was saying about Austin Booker. One of the big reasons they're so high on him. He's 23 years old.
Yeah.
That's it. He's a
No,
baby.
he was the youngest guy in that draft.
Yeah. because he was a project from day one. That's why he went so late, because they're like, hey, you're going to have to build him up. But
yeah, I don't think it's any indictment on Austin Booker. It's just like I forget which one of you guys said it. It's just if that's all you're going to rely on.
Yeah, you can't. Your plan can't be that you hope that one guy has there's one specific guy has to have a career year, otherwise it doesn't work.
no,
No,
100%.
That can't be it. And also, we were talking a little bit before the
Penny
podcast.
D tackle help too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That feels like
Andy
there's
McDonald.
negative hype. The draft is like 11 days away,
yeah.
well,
But
it's just
that's
we're not in the top 10.
which I'm okay with. I like
Yeah,
it.
no, it's
Well,
great.
we're not in the top 10, and it's not a heavy QB draft.
Yeah.
Like that's usually when the hype is, when there's 6 or 7
Yeah.
QBs going in the first 15.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Cubs. Thank God that they pulled out that win yesterday. It started off as a disaster. Credit to Jamison Tyon for getting through it after that grand slam. Was anyone getting a little nervous?
Yeah, I mean, I was there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I just really hope that yesterday was a nice kick in the ass for them to just go out there. Hey, that win yesterday was great, but here's the thing. In April, when you're hosting the Pirates at Wrigley and Skeens isn't starting during that stretch,
Yeah.
that's not
I
a
agree with
series
that.
that you should lose.
The I'm not I think any baseball. Let me know in mid-May.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm watching every game, but I'm saying it's just such a long season, and you start 7-8, and the sky's fall. The sky's not falling yet.
Yeah.
But let me know in mid-May. Some guys always start slow. Also, what has happened the last couple of years? The Cubs have come out and been awesome at the beginning of the year, and then just completely
Sputtered.
faded. So
Yeah.
And what do? We get excited when they're
Maybe
awesome,
vice
and then
versa.
they start losing. So I think I have like a mid-May rule. Someone tweeted me that the rule is you can't make any proclamations until the ivy's fully green, which
That's
I kind
a
of
good
like
one.
that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that rule. So, but with that said, they have sucked. Like
Yeah.
runners in scoring position has been a joke.
They left 30 on base this
Yeah,
weekend.
at bats
it
have
was
been terrible. Sayers at bat on Saturday sucked. You had, it just feels like they just haven't been able, like even the hits they've gotten, like the Bregman hit to go to extra innings on Saturday was kind of a duck snort. Michael Busch finally got out of his slump.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a hard contact. They just have not looked good at the plate. And but again, it's early. I'm not going to freak out.
And that's
Shota looks good.
Yeah, no, I was going to
That
say
was
that's
also
the
wind.
one bright side.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
No, you need
Still
to
had
just
nine-
find out
he
a
had
way
9
to get
Ks.
him to pitch every time the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
did look good.
Yeah.
And he went, he had a no-hitter through 6. So it would be awesome if you could
That's
give
like a
some-
bonus guy, and you need it with Cade out.
Yeah,
so.
you need Justin Steele to come back
Yeah.
and be what Cade was last year.
That May
slot.
rule that you just said actually works really well because we have an absolute gauntlet coming up over the next
Yep.
month.
Yeah.
Phillies twice, Mets, Dodgers, Padres.
Well, the Mets suck.
yeah,
Don't they
true.
suck?
Yeah,
Or did I
they're
get Frank the Tank?
no, they're 7-9.
Okay.
But you know,
that's not that
we're
bad.
7-8. But they're
Oh,
they're-
I got Frank the Tank. I thought they had won 2 games.
But here's the thing. No.
I literally thought they had won 2 games.
no.
7-9, like this is what we're freaking out. We're 7-8. We're 2 games out of first place.
Yeah.
It's too early to get freaked out.
But there is something dumb brain where I don't like seeing them at the bottom of the division.
of
No,
course,
not at all.
But
Yeah.
it's just way too early to lose your mind when there is so much baseball to be played.
Yeah, I mean, the worst team in baseball is 6-10.
Right.
So
Yeah.
But isn't this the fun part about it though? Just complaining about them.
No, I don't like
It's-
that. I don't like complaining this early. I like complaining later on in like the summer when there's more of a sample size and then you're in the games. Obviously, every game means the same, but yeah, I just think that it's just guys start slow every year.
Yeah.
Weather's weird. Like that's just what happens.
But my thing was I used to pop up for baseball like after the Stanley Cup Finals. There'd be so many years where you look up and you're like, oh, the Cubs are 12 out.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, like I hope that's not like if they start this way.
I
then
do
they
not
have
think that will
that
be the
gauntlet.
case. I do not think that will be the case. I think they're going to be just fine. And again, they've been bad or they've been good to start seasons and they're
Yeah.
bad. Maybe this is reverse. Yeah, it's just very funny being like sky is falling and they're 2 games out.
I do want to bring up something with the Cubs. Now, I'm not going to say my opinion first. You guys take it any way you want. PCA after he strikes out throwing the bat.
He's got a little bit of a temper.
I mean, it's been a while now, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a bit kind of done with it a little bit.
Of him just throwing the bat?
Yes, it's.
I don't know.
You don't like the kids to see it?
It's no, it's like a kid. It's like a little temper tantrum.
So the problem is
Bugging me.
with that is, I get it if he does it every single time and like it could get annoying, but you have to be consistent. Like there's a lot of criticism for Craig Counsell because he doesn't get very fired up and he's kind of a robot. So then you can't then also say,
True.
PCA, you're too emotional. I just think it's one of those things where when you have a team, you have to have checks and balances. You got guys who are not emotional. You got guys who are emotional. As long as it works as a full team.
True.
Yeah, there's not really a fantastic way to fail because what's the alternative? You get a blank stare and he takes off his bat.
Right. And then people will say, like Kyle Tucker was.
Yeah, he doesn't
never
care.
felt like Kyle Tucker cared, right?
No, he doesn't
PCA cares a lot. So it's
Yeah.
it's a situation.
So
who you crapping? Like, what are you gonna do? You got to just live with.
I just hate seeing
emotion.
the headlines. I hate seeing the headlines. It drives me up a wall.
Who's writing the headlines?
Everywhere. I see it every day on Twitter, all over the place.
Twitter's not real life.
It is not.
But this
real
is
life.
why I like
It gets
Burns.
annoying.
He's like in these crevices.
Yeah. No, it's good.
I am. I see. I see
Twitter's
it
not real life.
It's not, but it just. I don't know. I appreciate it, and I love that he cares, and he really does, and he's one of my favorite guys in the city right now in general.
No, but you're not wrong. Like, body language does matter, but I think that's
It's a small
That's
thing.
why you get a Bregman.
Yeah.
You know, there's guys that can police that type of stuff and help them along. So
Exactly. And
think it'll be just fine.
speaking of Craig not firing up, that's why we need Justin Steele back so bad. He would get these boys going.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
what he does.
Absolutely.
Couple final points. And if there is an argument against being like getting nervous, the Pirates seem pretty decent.
Yeah, the Pirates are
do.
good.
And I'm having a hard time adjusting to them not just being like, all right, nice
doormat.
weekend series against the Pirates, like let's get everyone, a recharge
get right
game.
series,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. And the division's a little frisky. Obviously, the Brewers are the Brewers. The Reds are better.
Reds are frisky.
Yeah, like-
Yeah.
Brewers are banged up
Yeah.
to hell.
They just lost 5 straight.
Yeah. They injuries are just bad up there.
So okay, Dan, if we're at Philly for 3, and then we host the Mets for 3. If we go 2-4, does the worry?
No.
So your steadfast mid-May rule.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if between now and mid-May we lose 10 in a row, I'll tell you, hey. But if we keep puttering along around 500 till mid-May, I'm not going to freak out.
Okay.
Just the schedule's so
That's
hard. I might freak out earlier than that.
All right.
If it goes bad,
So
the
we're
next 2
But
weeks.
if we're all right, so we got 3 against the Phillies, 3 against the Mets, 4 against the Phillies, 3 against the Dodgers, and then Padres. So that's 16 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
you're
we go
4 and 12
yeah,
over
we
that.
got to 4 and 12. I'd probably change my tune.
All right.
6 and 10, 7 and 9. That's about.
7 and 9, you're fine.
I want to obviously be way better than that, but
Yeah.
if you're 7 and 9 or 6 and 10, I'm not gonna. I'll be honest. I'm being honest too. Like, I'm not freaking out. The Cubs have been shit at the plate, and they've looked like just weak at the plate and no situational hitting. So it's not like I'm not going to criticize them. I'm just not going to throw in the towel and be like, the season's over.
Yeah.
Everything's dead this early in the season.
I think I would be more positive in general if Cade was healthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's the big
like,
problem.
You know,
I do think that Mo is starting to wake up, though. I do.
Dude,
I do
he
think
looked-
his bat is starting to wake up, and
full baller.
oh man, he could be scary.
Yeah.
Dansby, nice day
Yeah.
yesterday. And the Cubs had a million opportunities on Saturday to win that game too. Cabrera had
crazy.
Cabrera had a weird start too. Like
Yeah.
he just got hit around a little bit, but he's fine.
A little wild.
Yeah. All right. And also we didn't like the AK news, I was hopeful last week about Cade Horton. He's done.
No, it's just it was the same exact thing as last year with Justin Steele. The minute there's forearm tightness, it's over.
He's done.
It's just,
And I mean, seeing him tear up in the dugout when he was walking
do it.
down, just such a sad scene.
forearm tightness is just they should just say you're done.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Besides that, just a couple. Dave's not here. A couple Southside notes. Shane Smith, their opening day starter, got sent down.
Yeah, tough.
Not great. But Noah Schultz, his debut's coming this week. We interviewed him a couple springs ago, or last spring, actually.
Last spring we had
Yeah.
the picture.
Power lefty.
Yeah.
Seems like a good dude. Good kid.
White Sox Dave comes up to his waist.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck, dude. He's just another long line of just crazy, tall, skinny guys.
I think he's 6'10".
Yeah, he's a big guy. And that's really all I have, unless if you guys have anything else.
No. On pace for banana bread, or maybe a little off, like right on it.
Yeah.
Although the White Sox have played a little bit better since the start, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're in that boat. They're the 6-10 team with, the Giants and the Rockies. And that's just, a lot of teams aren't that bad yet.
6-10 could get you to 62 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
That's all I need. We know I need 63 wins.
I can.
Yeah, you need 63 wins.
Yeah.
All right, go Trailblazers.
Yep.
Blazers, baby.
And
Let's go.
that's a show. We will see you guys next week, and we'll talk more draft and everything like that. And, that's it for the stretch. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys then.